Hello out there, welcome one and all back to the Cyberpunk 2077 stream. I'm still a little bit under the weather over here. Got some allergies or got a cold or something. See if I can get my Xbox controller hooked up. All right, trying to get my wireless controller to work. Doesn't seem to be picking it up. Let's try it again. Okay, I'm just gonna have to add it manually. That will work. All right, I'm back, fellas.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I was trying to get my Xbox controller to sync up with my computer wirelessly, but it always has problems. I don't know why.
PlayStation ones have a better Bluetooth aspect to them.
Yeah,
Actually using them as Bluetooth.
I have a PlayStation 5 controller. I could probably
that's what I was meant.
throw on here.
I mean, you can actually hook up PlayStation the PS5 controller to your phone and play Call of Duty Mobile with it.
Hello, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
It's quite hilarious.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
You can do the PUBG as well with it. I mean, I've seen people with the whole Omni treadmill type virtual reality headset set up and playing a phone game with it.
That's wild.
Oh, it's something. Alright. Guy's name is I'm Not Autistic.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, for this big guy.
Nice. So Damien, what's your cringiest thing you can talk about on here tonight?
Card it off. Kobe Cocky, some. Cringy thing.
The Grand Imperial Mall.
Honestly, though,
You're pretty cringed out, huh?
I mean, honestly, I think I had it on the mind. Haven't really thought about any shit lately.
What the
Haven't been to
massive rectangular fucking blob that's in orbit of Venus, wasn't it?
What the fuck do I care?
The black. Are you talking about like the black ship or whatever? Is that what they call it?
No, not that. It's about the size of a couple
You're
football
talking about-
fields. There's a
Oh fuck! Les vivants!
You're talking about like the umami or whatever the fuck it's
You wish
called?
to talk to Placide? Is that what you want?
Yes, I want to talk
Because
to
I can
Placide.
take you.
Yes.
Lead the way.
Rentrez.
What?
had it and then it's gone. Nothing. How my
Go
fucking
on.
mind works.
This Placide dude is a double crosser.
No, there was a massive
How? How you manage this? You set me up. You bata sale.
Assez! Quittez-nous!
Où t'es
a
ouais?
rectangular, kind
Yes,
of like a
but I
mothership
also saw his
size fucking
scans. He is no Ragnon.
black figure
Voyez pep
orbiting
noir
one
en
of the
bas.
planets outside of our
We are not
in
safe
our solar
here.
system. I think it was either Jupiter or Venus. I don't know which one it was, but it just it was I mean, massive compared to the actual planet.
must be
and our
Brigitte.
planet, it was
Hard
probably
woman
like,
to find.
almost bigger than the
You
moon.
have something for me.
You know about the biochip, don't you?
Just chilling there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we must check its condition.
What?
And then all of a sudden, this black ship's been in our orbit for how long?
How much you know from my scans?
More
I
than
don't.
Placide.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything
Recognize
about
the
that, so
biochip
I'd have
'cause
to
you were
look
looking
it up.
for it.
We must examine you. If you survive the gym,
Talking
it is
about
at the
Black
chip's
Knight?
cost.
Yeah, that thing.
Black Knight. That's what I was
I
thinking.
just
of.
heard about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I just heard about that. The
Oh,
other
I've
day.
known.
Should have thought about that before you tried to kill me.
If I was here, the chip would never be in
Sometimes I
good.
forget
If
that.
it is in good condition, we offer you a fair price. Perhaps more for the emotional toll.
Go and make contact with the Black Knight.
Biochip's not for sale. And you're not ripping it out of me. Thing was in shit shape already before I strolled into the gym.
It does not function.
Not that bad. Problem is, no one I've talked to can yank it out without risk of
I hate that
death.
shit.
Seeing as you commissioned the thing's theft, figured you might know a way to help.
How do you know all this? How did you find us?
Listen, can you help me or not?
Yes, of course, but not here. We will go to the crib, where you must give us access to the chip. Once we have the data we need, we will do our best to help you.
Don't think I'm that desperate yet.
You said no other could help you.
Maybe I got other options I don't
What's
know
the
about
next
yet.
state I'm going to?
I
Brandon?
hope you return before your time runs out.
What's the what?
So what's the next state I'm going to?
The next state? We're coming back to Ohio, of course.
Well, that wouldn't be the next state. That'd just be going back.
I don't know. What state are you going to? Georgia?
Well, no, I don't want to go to Georgia, man. I'm outnumbered in Georgia.
Mhm.
Like in more ways than one. That's the big problem.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
I was in a fucking bus stop in Atlanta, Georgia, bro, and fuck me. Like that bus stop, it was a fucking like major bus station in the middle of the ghetto. Like just dead center. Like nothing but fucking houses around you. Like there was nowhere to
Nowhere to even take a shit?
Well, no, at the bus station. But you left the bus station, bro. You were fucking leaving your chances of survival up to fucking God, man. Like, There's a blonde-haired white boy skateboard.
Sounds fun.
Yes,
Motherfuckers
right.
would've- I mean, it would have been fun. They would have picked the wrong one, but still, like I said, I know damn well I would have been out. Let
I
alone
would
the
have
fucking
strung you up
traffic and
by your neck, right?
probably
Probably.
reverse lynch mob. Isn't that what they would call that?
Yep.
Which I don't know how you do a reverse lynching, but you know, it is what it is.
Chill out, girl. Talk to the cops.
Are you streaming at the moment?
Yeah.
Oh, then, never mind. I was about to bring up something, but I don't think we can talk about any platform you're streaming on.
Yeah, be wary. Be wary, brother. Where's my motorcycle?
Yeah, I think what I just said already has already put you in the fucking crosshairs, so I'm gonna chill out with that.
It wasn't too bad. I've
Well,
heard worse.
no, but the next conversation after that would be political in nature, so yeah. Let's put a pin in it.
Philosophical in nature. Fuck politics.
Well,
But damn
I mean, it's not necessarily that it's politics. It's just
You're the one who said it.
it's wordplay.
Where's my fucking motorcycle? Jackie's. Where is it? Oh.
It's in the garage.
Oh, I got that. I'm just trying to get the fuck out of Pacifica.
As well as everybody in Pacifica.
I fucking missed that shot.
What are you doing?
Alright, let's go.
I feel like Winnie questions her existence.
This controller is fucking with me tonight.
I'm actually gonna hop off of here now. Might be back later.
Alright, brother. Ooh, I just died. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Yeah, my
Like, if
aim is-
anything, we can get Chuck's opinion on the whole cannibal thing.
Well, tell him your theory.
Wait, which one? You want me to go, like, all the way? Meet him on the reasonable one.
Give him the whole thing. Fuck it.
Oh, fuck it, dude. We'll go all the way. So, Chuck, I think the only way that we can live moral lives is to go to the full sustainability of cannibalistic volunteerism.
We can just go through cloning, but okay. Go with your stuff.
That's one more step.
So, I
he
mean, you
just... Yeah, he just took your idea
Yeah,
further.
that actually... I mean,
I've thought
honestly,
about that
I
for
can
years.
think of cloning, holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've thought about that for years. Just not even just humans. I mean, we can. I'm truthfully horse meat, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, so the whole thing that I'm on about is that the
Yeah, go
only beings that can, like, give consent to be consumed
Yep.
would be humans. And the benefits of cannibalism already show that we should be doing that either way. And being the fact that we have the FDA that would make sure the fucking meat's clean, I don't see why we don't do it already. But honestly, the whole cloning thing puts a whole new perspective on.
That wasn't the
Like,
only thing that he said.
was,
He also went like full industry being made out of every human part, like including like extracting the metals from your body to like supplement for the metals of the planet.
1 kilogram of, or what was it?
It was 1 pound. It was 1 pound. We needed 4. What was it? 9,000 people.
No. It was yeah, it's 10,000.
Yeah, essentially 10,000 people.
To make a pound.
A pound of iron.
Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Never mind. I remember trying to talk.
And then we determined that it would take 1 pound of iron to make 1 iron
hammer.
I'm just saying.
So imagine how, let's just say we build everything out of iron, which is really dumb, but imagine how many people you'd have to kill just to make a building.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you define as a building, because you could use bone.
No, I'm just saying like an actual like skyscraper.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could potentially just use bones.
I'm saying with I'm saying with iron specifically.
Oh, with iron?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because still like bones, you're still gonna have to kill a ton of people.
That's why I said clone. You see, cloning would be a nice scenario right there because you can actually finagle with the DNA a little bit to have more blood.
Well, see, the issue is that. Well, now he's talking about transhumanistic cannibalism, and I don't know, because if they have more iron in their blood, would potentially change their physiology, which would potentially take the benefit.
Not really more iron than bigger.
Bigger. Oh, okay, like just bigger beings, like physically.
Better
giant size. Yeah.
Like Wagyu.
Yeah. Basically, you can actually, if they can get cloning down to a certain point where it's basically just the same as conceiving man and wife, like a man and woman conceiving and making a baby. If they can get it exactly like that to a point where they just need the DNA from multiple types of humans, like volunteer your DNA for the actual fucking like cloning process.
Well, see, the only issue
that opens up a lot of whole Star Wars kind of shit too, but that's the whole other story.
Right. But see, then you're jumping into the potential of coercion again.
Yeah.
Because now you're cloning people specifically for consumption. But the issue is you would have to get consent from each and every one of them to be consumed.
Yeah, so in Sliders, okay, so there's a show called Sliders from the 90s. There was this thing where you can apply this to what we're talking about. There was a thing where they had population control because they were worried about overpopulation, and every person like goes out and randomly plays the lottery, right? And this lottery, if you win the lottery, right, you get everything paid for, all expenses paid, no matter what it is, no matter how expensive it is, okay? And only so many people get picked. Like there's a certain number of people that get picked, and then you get killed after your one night of like big, lottery spending, pretty much, to keep up with the population issue in this TV show, right? So you could set up a society like that, which I'm not advocating for. I think it's a really fucking stupid idea, but where like consent is given through like some lottery thing, and these people are rewarded, like they get to live their dream life in their mansion for a week or something, and then at the end they sacrifice their organs, their body, whatever, right, to the society, to the greater good, right? And then you're like applying a reward and punishment system in a way, because you're also guilting them if they don't play the lottery. Because if you don't play the lottery, then you're not helping the society socialistically, right? So like
Yeah, so that's coercive.
well, not necessarily. Not all forms of like punishment is coercion. That's just guilt, right? That's just like saying like, hey, we're gonna make you feel guilty if you don't do it. We're not gonna actually like force you to do it, but we'll make you feel guilty about it, you know.
Yeah, but if they guilt trip you into doing it, though.
But you're not threatening them with violence. You're responsible for your action under like guilt trips. You're not responsible necessarily for like your action, like you're under coercion, you know. Like if somebody walks up to me on the street and they hold me up with a gun, you know, and I give over my money to that person who's like threatening me, right? That's not a legitimate form of consent, right? Because that's initiated with coercion. Whereas guilting is not necessarily like that kind of situation, because you don't have threats of violence, right? So
Yeah, well, then it goes on to the whole ostracizing people out of a community thing, which you said can potentially be coercive.
yeah, it just depends. I've had some second thoughts about that. It just depends, right? Because
Right.
like that person doesn't have to leave, right? Like they have a free will choice to stay there, and they have other means, you know. As long as there's other means to take care of themselves, then they have other opportunities for that, and it's not necessarily a coercive thing, right? Like it's not coercive for me to like stop people from coming into my house. And if the whole town decides to not let that same person come into their house, it's not coercive, you know? And if they decide to move because of that, well, then whatever, you know? They can fucking move.
Like what Logan did.
Yeah. So, with the whole thing, like, the whole thing is that the first issue that comes about with the cannibalistic society, right? That all resources are coming from these things, is that you need infrastructure to actually create a system where you can harvest these resources, you know, prior to those resources being gained, you know. So that's like one thing, like
Mind you,
how much scientific...
Chuck, we have to preface this with the whole thing that Brandon had said to me, that if we wanted to go on the full side of getting consent, that technically we wouldn't be allowed to use rocks and all that other shit, because I was talking shit on vegans.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me explain that. Okay, so I have to explain that. You didn't explain that well. You're definitely not me. You can't explain that very well.
No. I fucking slap it with the simple stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. Okay, so the point is that my point is that since plants, right, don't have a central nervous system, right, they do not have the anatomy to actually have the sensations of pain and suffering, nor do they have the anatomy to actually give consent, right, because that takes cerebral activity, that it's a zero, meaning that consent is not needed for you to like use a plant, right, or a rock, because there's just no way the capability of consent is not there. So it literally is moral for you to use a rock or a tree or a piece of dirt or whatever the fuck you want. And since that's moral, they both are equal. So whenever someone gives consent, it's the same thing as you using a rock, because they're both equally a moral action. They both equate to the same outcome, which is that one is given consent, which is that now it's a moral action for you to do something with, you know, whatever transaction you're doing with that person. The other one is a plant, which has the inability to give consent or not give consent. You know, that goes both ways. So it's literally always moral, as long as you're not coercing somebody who is like in rightful possession of that plan or something, right? So they're both equally. See, Damien was saying it was more moral since they give consent. I'm saying it's equally moral because you can't have like the basis of that being more or less than when you're comparing it to things that cannot give consent. It's just like it doesn't work out mathematically. So I understand why Damien says that, but it's just not like scientifically true.
No, it's just me talking shit.
Well, I love it. You know, I love it because it's like, yeah, we can get into these little things, right? So it's a complex thing, right? Like it's not necessarily like something that can be easily explained without like understanding of many different things about society, about biology, about consciousness, about all kinds of stuff.
See, we can also get on the whole transhumanism thing too again, because like I think I talked to you about this at one point, that a buddy of mine that I worked with was into the whole idea of cat girls, if they allowed human hybrids, essentially, that he would love to have essentially a cat girl. And I pretty much hit him with the fact, like, when it comes to transhumanism, a cat girl is no longer human, because the physiology, the biology would have to be completely different, because a cat keeps its balance with its tail, as for humans keep their balance with their ears. So if you gave females cat ears, means that they can no longer have the ability to keep their equilibrium with the fluid in their ears. So thus they could not possibly be human, because their physiology would be different.
Okay, so what does that have to do with whether it's a moral action to have sex with a cat girl, though?
Well, no, that was just on the topic of transhumanism.
Oh, okay.
When does a chair become a swing?
I was like confused. I'm like, wait. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Technically, we could eat cat girls.
I don't disagree with that. Like, yes, they are in a different category, and what we would call as a standard human, right? We would call that a hybrid. Right. Obviously, some kind of hybrid, right? It's just a different category. Yeah, it's a cat girl. You know, but we can't say that they're completely removed from human, because they're partially human, you know. So it's not like they're necessarily not human, they're just not 100% what we'd call like pure human, you know. Yeah, like
but that would be human, and at that point they are technically no longer humans, they are cat people.
Well, it's like okay, it's like saying, okay, so when you have a glass of water and you mix in dirt, okay, you mix dirt in it, is it still a glass of water?
I don't know, it depends on the amount of dirt.
Enough dirt that it changes color.
I mean, hold on, Fonz, let me catch myself before I say some shit.
Is it still water? We call it dirty water, right?
Well, no, what I was going to get to is it's on the same topic of when does a chair become a swing?
Yeah, I know.
Because when does the water become mud? It just depends on how much dirt you put into it.
Yes, eventually it would become mud, just like a cat girl. If you kept, you know, turning it into a cat, eventually would turn into a cat. It would no longer be a human, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if you were going to that extent. I mean, I feel like you would probably pause at Khajiit, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the same concept, right? Like you take a human and you keep moving them towards catness, right? And then eventually they will become just cat, and no longer would they be human. You know, but there's like that in-between phase where they're kind of both at the same time. It's the paradox, you know, that's the paradox of these things. It's
like
it's called identity in philosophy. It's called identity philosophy. It's like identification. Or
Like,
ontology,
if you
I think.
suspended a chair but it had 4 legs, is it a chair or a swing?
Is it a chair or a swing? It's a swing. Until
But it
you
has
set
4
it
legs.
down.
Until you set it down. So your definition of a chair is that it has to be on the ground.
I guess not, because you could have a chair in space and you could still use it as a chair. Right? Just like
well,
floating.
Well, but
Like
then is it
floating?
a chair? Because it's floating, so it's not really a chair.
Well, why not?
I mean,
It's just a seat then, right?
because at that point you could literally call an
You talking,
entire
Barry?
car a chair.
Finally decided to get his shit together.
Because if you're in space, I would see that more as just an apparatus of sort, not even a chair though. Like you can't really call that a chair
We had
because
a
you're
little
floating
chat. He seems chilled.
by your definition at least.
He's got a bone to pick with
No,
me.
I am calling
Almost
it
seems
a
sort of
chair.
fucking pointless to even have
why
a
doesn't
chair.
he say
I'm
so to
just
my
saying it
face?
seems sort of fucking pointless to even have a chair.
Yeah, it's probably
You're in 0G.
Clearly, he couldn't stand his job and didn't have anyone to
I'm not
talk
saying
to
it's not
about it.
pointless. I'm just saying, like, if I saw
Try to understand
a
it.
chair floating in space, I would call it a chair, right?
Give me a break. Barry likes playing the drama queen.
I
Just gotta
mean,
shake some sense into him. Trust me.
Yeah, what would you call it?
what'd you
We'll
say?
have to check in on him later.
Would you say, Chuck, we
Your
can
imagination.
use your imagination?
No, it's a figment of your imagination.
Oh, it's a figment of your imagination. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Got you.
I mean, I feel
Not
like if
steals.
you had a chair in space, you've potentially changed it into something else entirely. I just don't exactly have a word for it.
Okay.
A posture apparatus, if you will.
Well, you just call it a seat. What's the difference?
I guess you could call it a seat. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because a swing's a seat. Now, see that's a whole nother thing. Like you're
But a chair's a seat
broadening
too.
the definition. A chair is a seat. So is a stool. So is the ground.
Right. That's the function. To sit. To seat yourself. Okay, so a chair that's floating is no longer a chair, it's just a seat. Unless it's attached to something that makes it swing. And then it's a swing.
Well, no, not in 0G, because technically you can't swing.
Yeah, you want to be able to
If
swing,
anything, that
but
would technically that would actually become a tether.
yeah,
Say
we'd have
again?
to make a new name for it, right?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
Like I said, I think
Did they get rid
a
of the
swing
fucking-
in space becomes
I
a
think they
tether,
got rid
so-
of the talking. Wasn't he here? I swear he was right here. Where's the AI robot machine? Isn't it like right at the bottom of your stairs from your apartment?
What are you talking about?
The vending machine, the AI vending machine?
It's not your apartment. That's a mega building too.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is he not here? Okay.
That's the one over. What is it? Not Kambuki. Shit. Hold on. Let me look at the map real quick. I could actually literally tell you exactly where it's at.
I think I know where
That's
it's
the
at.
fun part.
I'll have to go.
Oh,
but
I
I'm
can't
going.
even do it right now because I'm fucking mid Johnny Silverhand bullshit.
Oh, you're good.
It's over in Little Tokyo, essentially. But I'm pretty sure it's Mega Building 2.
So, but,
Goddamn. Where the fuck did I get my...
so I
Wait,
guess this whole, conversation about the chairness of something, right? Like, whether it is a chair or it isn't a chair based on whether it's tethered, hanging, or you know, floating in space. It all applies to transhumanism. You know, that's the whole point of all this, because the whole point is like, how far do you augment yourself, and at what point, at what percentage of those augmentations do you become not human anymore? You know, so are you not the same being anymore?
I thought my mom's response to that was fucking hilarious when she just goes, into what?
Right.
Yeah, you. There any other
I found him.
mysterious stranger around here? You know what? How about I tell
Which
you a
which
joke?
mega building is it? Because I don't remember.
It is Clouds. Wait.
Oh,
where
yeah, that
Clouds
makes
is
sense.
that place? I'm trying to remember what name of the mega building it is. It's not telling me.
It's fine. Clouds works.
Okay, what's going on?
Hey there, stranger. I'm Brendan, your friendly neighborhood SCSM, and the nicest AI in all of Night City. You can select from a wide range of beverages, or just drop by for a chat anytime. Now it's your turn. What's your name?
Why am I talking to a schism?
Whew.
My name is V.
So if you're born
Pleasure to
human,
meet you,
but then
V.
you have a tail
Do come here
spliced
often?
onto you, are you still human?
Tail fastigial.
I was born with a tail.
Right.
Sorry.
I mean,
Did I
because
correctly
humans
hear
did
you
have tails at
ask
one
if I
point,
wanted to join you
right?
for a cup of coffee?
Well, they technically
no.
still do in the womb,
Oh,
but
well, that's
Yeah.
okay. Because you can have one now.
but
And
what
just to
what I'm
clarify,
saying is,
we don't have to move an inch. How do you
have
take
a
it?
function,
Milk?
or is it
Sugar?
simply there
Okay, you
for
got me. I'm sold.
aesthetics,
So,
essentially?
Nothing's gonna be sold here. Because you know what?
it's there for
I'm
both.
gonna give you a can of Night Cola for free.
Thanks.
Well, what's the functionality?
Brendan, right?
The function?
That's right.
To
God,
smack
what would be
people
the
with
so cool you
and
remember.
grab stuff.
Even for a simple SCSM.
So it would,
Cool. So, did you want
I,
something from me?
I guess, a monkey
Oh,
tail.
yes. Well, I do
Yeah, any
kind of
apologize
tail.
for taking advantage of you at this
I have no
early
idea.
stage in our
Well, the
friendship.
question, the reason why I asked that, because, you know, anybody with a prosthetic, if we say that,
What happened?
you know,
See that
since you
container in front
have
of
a
me? It's
prosthetic,
completely blocking my view
you're
of the
no longer
street,
human,
depriving an SCSM of its
you know,
greatest
because you have
asset.
Well,
one
but their
of them.
Could you move it a
prosthetic
bit
is
to the side?
generally
I'll reward you with my undying
anthropomorphic.
gratitude, even though
That doesn't matter.
They're
technically
not
I
getting
don't stock
fucking
that.
I'll see
tentacles
what I
and
can do.
shit. I mean, it sort of does.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's still an artificial thing. You know, it's not.
Yes, it's artificial, but the functionality is equal to or better.
So if you had a prosthetic with Wolverine claws, you're not human.
I mean, in that case, technically you'd be considered a mutant.
That's not a mutant. That's a genetic thing.
Strong. Here,
It's
have a
still a
refreshing beverage.
mutant.
On me.
It'd be more
Wolverine is a
cyborg.
mutant.
Catch me.
Yeah.
Why? Will I be following?
Oh my
It's just
god,
something
no.
you say as a
But
way
his
to
mutation
goodbye.
is because
Oh,
he
I
has a
get it.
mutation,
I
not
don't,
because
'cause
he
passion has
has
nothing
like
to do with goodbyes,
an
but-
implant, right?
Oh, well. Don't humans say
Okay.
the
Well, I
darndest
mean,
things?
fair enough.
Catch
Fair
you
enough.
later, V.
It's just the adamantium that's the
What a neat
implant, but he has the
phrase.
bone claws. You know, that's his mutation.
Well, and the pseudo immortality.
Right.
God damn, dude, my contract's really fucking with me. The fuck?
All right, so how about this one? You got a prosthetic arm, and it has an integration with your phone, your cell phone, and it's literally like a computer arm.
Okay.
Are you a cyborg or are you a human?
Does it integrate directly to your...
Your central nervous
Brain?
system.
Like, so you can hear the phone call without, like, having to hold a device to your ear or what have you. Or having a separate device.
Yeah, maybe it could regulate certain things. It could do all kinds of stuff biologically. Things that humans can't do naturally.
Well,
that's the point of
then I would say that you would be a cyborg.
Cyborg. I would agree with that. But you still retain humanness.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying that. That's what a cyborg is. It's a hybrid.
That's what a cat lady is.
Me. I don't know. Cat. His whole definition.
The furry thing is weird. I mean, would you fuck a cat person?
Hey, V.
I mean, in the aspect of
that sounds like a yes. Just from like that whole pause, that's just a yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To Goldie Boat go where no man's gone before, man.
Difference.
Captain Kirk, that shit.
Chuck, what are you saying? A percentage difference?
I mean, if it's more, I mean, if it's a woman body with like fucking 8 tits, probably. But that's a different story.
Right. So if she's just like a woman body with cat ears and a cat tail.
It's still humans with some plastic surgery done.
No, she's not fucking human. That's the whole conversation. She cannot be
furry part? No.
If she has cat ears, she cannot
like
technically count
chess. Don't let her derail
physiology completely.
I'm ready.
Simply because of changing the ear.
Hold on, I'll open it.
Okay, I got a question for you, Damien. Do you think we should always remain human?
Do I think we should remain human?
Yeah.
What do you, in what aspect?
In the aspect of like, should we always remain?
Like as we currently are?
What's up with you?
Like as we currently, no, fuck no. We're broken fucking animals, bro.
Follow me.
So you see that there's like some give for like us to change into something different.
Judy Alvarez.
I would hope something better, but yes, something.
Always something
Well,
better.
I mean,
There's always
you could
something
almost say
better.
that's our inherent nature, is to change into something different.
Yeah.
If you subscribe to the whole full evolutionary chain, you know.
Oh, I got a sweet gun. Death and taxes, bro. What is this gun? It's a pistol. Death and taxes. Iconic.
Damn, is that a Superman tonight?
Yes, V. I mean you.
We have a Supermoon?
Don't mind me. Just here to blend.
I don't know. Look it up.
That motherfucker's big
That's
shit.
no reason. Why come at all?
To make sure Judy
It's like
gets what
3
she paid
nights
for.
and it's been massive.
Jude would have had a better chance
I mean,
without you.
Yeah, for the past couple nights.
Yeah.
Judy has a proposal about clouds.
It's because Planet X is coming
Wanna
into the
come
solar
back?
system. That's what
Done.
it is.
Always valued your skills, you know that. Just don't get why you had to drag this
Nibiru,
loose end in here.
it's affecting
Stop
the
treating
moon.
dolls like meat and I'll consider it. But first things first. Clouds needs to be taken from the
Why did they
top.
make Judy freaking a
Okay,
lesbo?
It's clear what happened to Ev was traumatic.
Huh?
I don't know if she actually
I was
is.
convinced
I
you
think
didn't
it's
know.
just.
That girl
No, I'm
was
pretty
asking
sure she
for an
is.
unhappy ending. I was just surprised it took
I
so
don't know.
long.
I don't
We gotta do
think she
something,
is. I think she
Or
might
everyone will
actually
end up
be,
like Evie.
like bi.
Woodman raped her while she was unconscious, then sold her.
Well,
like
then
she
they
was
should have
sold
made
on
it
scrap.
possible
think
for you to
You've always been
romance her.
unstable.
Well, you have to think. You gonna
Okay,
white knight her,
since
bro?
You seem more
that what I'm hearing?
reasonable. Care to explain
Oh.
what this is about?
There's other
her
ways.
friend- You're trying to sleep with her.
What?
Her friend dies and you're just trying to sleep with her?
No, I was trying to sleep with her.
bro?
I was trying to sleep with her before her friend died. What are you talking about?
What Woodman did to Evelyn when she was desperate for help?
No, I would
You
say
sit
if
by,
anything,
let
they
that
probably
happen?
avoided that specific reason.
Tiger Claw bosses rule this place. Know how much I mean to them? About as much as you two and your problems mean to me. Read, negligible.
But I don't think she's a lesbian. I think her and Evelyn just had
Doesn't
a
make you
very
wonder why you even work here.
close relationship.
Gonna pretend as if you two weren't ever here. For old time's sake, Judy. Literally moments
Because
from now,
obviously
security's
Evelyn
gonna
was
figure
out
you're
there,
here. Got two
you
options.
know,
Go out the way
getting
you
her
came
bang
in,
on with
or get
Yorinobu.
thrown out.
So
And that's not a threat or figure of speech. Just a friendly heads up.
obviously Evelyn was just doing.
I'm leaving. Smart move. And so you don't think I'm brushing you off completely? Forrest will be on the maintenance level in a couple minutes. Alone.
You picked the wrong side, Maiko.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'm not your enemy here.
And I didn't ask
Which
for your opinion.
platforms are you on currently?
Me?
Yeah.
Twitch and Facebook.
She totally blew us off.
Okay. I don't think I can talk
Worry.
about the
She put on an act. Days
transhumanism
down the line, she'll call
thing
and tell you her
on
plan
Twitch.
to take over
I think
clouds.
you
as
could
if it
probably
was
link
her
it on
idea.
Facebook.
You might be onto something.
Like, I don't want to jerk shit banned.
So, what's your personal opinion about transhumanism, Damien? Do you think it's
In
something
what aspect?
that
What do
we should be avoiding? Do you think it should be something that we aspire towards? Do you think it's something? Do you think it's
In the
the
current climate-
devil?
So let me.
You have a history.
Way
In
back.
the current climate of
Think I just felt
transhumanism that
lonely.
people are
Like
fucking
everyone in
around
that
with,
city.
I think needs
She
to
was
stop
different
because
then.
I think that it's actually more
So was
destructive
I.
in the long run.
Can't trust people.
If that
see
makes
everything
sense.
as a numbers game.
Yeah.
Line between patting you on the back
Because
as their
I
friend
feel like the
and planting a knife in
issues
you as
are
their
more
enemy is
psychological
down to
than
a
they are
decimal.
anything.
I know.
Okay,
Now,
so let's
If we get to the
Well,
go ahead.
used to have a big crush on her.
well, I was gonna
Took
say
me a
if we
long
get
time
to the
realize
point
who she really was.
where we can
But
define
still,
what the other
honest or
half
crooked,
is,
we
if
need
you
her.
catch my meaning, trying to fucking pussyfoot around
just
this, I don't
think,
get you in
could not
trouble.
dive in this morning.
A little unwinding do you good. Do me good too,
But if
actually.
when we can actually
wouldn't have been
define
unwinding,
that
not exactly.
logically to
Got an idea buzzing
whoever
in my head.
needs to
working
know
it,
that,
but can't say if it will
and
amount to anything.
that biology
You,
ends up
deck
different,
chair,
then we
and a
can
Mai
come
Tai
around
with a
to it.
cocktail umbrella. Somehow I
But
don't see it.
in the
No, me and the deck
aspect
chairs,
of
me mulling over
transhumanism
coulda,
for the
shoulda,
betterment
wouldas. Something I avoid
of
right now.
humanity, I'm for it. Am I for the centralization of, like, you know, Neuralink and having everybody be able to be telepathically connected? Not so much.
Yep.
I'm
It's all fucking control.
well. See,
I'm not-
I'm worried. I'm
I don't
worried
for
about the lack of individualism on that, and that could be potentially just a ego thing. Because I feel like at some point that will need to be let go. At
Judy,
some
are you
point.
open?
Wait a sec.
Okay. So what are you saying, Chuck? What's your opinion on this?
Today's final story is an unwelcome one for pet owners. The canine ownership tax.
Don't have an ounce of sympathy for that mother.
I've been a Borg fan myself, but
We going there?
the
Damn straight.
aspect of
Let's end it.
We'll take the
they all work together in one to help each other, but they assimilate a lot of things. Not the fact of their violent ways. I like the fact of their medical ways and how they treat each other. But anyway, yes, they're villains, yes, but it kind of goes in this. I can see that coming into play, and I see bringing more mythological history in it. The Warhammer series with Space Marines, how they enhance their human. They are human, but they enhance themselves to a point where they become inhuman to a way that they have to phrase. Gets to do a whole storyline lore, but the whole aspect on making the human body stronger, yes, we need to. The control on if someone wants to shut off the fucking whole human race with one button, they can do that. I'm not a fan of, but I mean,
Right. So
it brings a whole new meaning to world control.
I think you both are on the same page with that, which is probably where I would be with that. Yeah, so you're talking about the Borg. The Borg obviously are very efficient. They have high utility, right? Extremely utilitarian, like they're extremely efficient, but they have no like emotions, right? Even though they take care of each
that's
other.
the one lacking.
Yeah, they have no emotions, right?
Yeah.
So, definitely don't want to be like that.
No, hell no.
Yeah, see, I'm talking more on a singularity.
And then on the other, well, yeah, like the Borg are pretty much like a singularity. And then the other side is, you know, like what you're talking about, both of you guys are talking about, which is like centralization of power, where we have some form of pretty much governmental Neuralink, right? Like it's just everybody's connected to the Neuralink, and they could just shut you down at a flip of a button. They could, if you're driving your car, they could turn your car off whenever the fuck they want. The police could just pull you over. They have all complete, how about we just call it this full spectrum dominance, right? We just call it full spectrum dominance through technology, right? Because we're so integrated with technology, right? And that is the main concern with everybody. It's absolutely the main concern with everybody. The thing that I bring up about that, right, is that the human mind for rebellion is so powerful. And there's always going to be people who like subvert those systems, right? There's always going to be those anarchist hackers that are going to fucking break those systems down. And, you know, and then of course the government's going to have to enhance them and update them. So there'll always be that power back and forth as long as that belief or that condition of that centralized authority is in place. So I have no problem with the concept and the application of transhumanism to the degree that it is done within the realms of ethics and morality and not coercion and stuff like that. I also have no problem with humanism, right? Like to the degree that it's done the same way. I don't care about any of those things as long as they're done within those confines. The problem is like what Damien's pointing out, we currently live in a society where we just keep going into full spectrum dominance. And that's the issue with the pathway we're on with using technology to enhance man, to enhance the human species, is because the more we do that and the more we're still in the authoritarian mindset, the more that we're going to have that control over people, and it's going to be used, you know, nefariously to enslave the population rather than better the population. It will be under the guise of bettering the population and protection and safety and immortality and
safe and secure.
Yeah, and all this stuff. But really, there'll always be that. So that's my issue with it. But so it's not necessarily that I have an issue with transhumanism itself. It's I have an issue with how it's being applied, you know, which are two different things, right? So like, I think that's pretty much what you guys are saying. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't have an issue. Someone in a wheelchair, that's transhumanistic. Someone with a prosthetic arm, that's transhumanistic. Someone with glasses, that's transhumanistic. We've always been transhuman, no matter what. The issue isn't the transhumanism. The issue is our current system and the way that we utilize that system to control people. So that's how I would state it. And I think a lot of people would have an issue with me saying that, you know. because a lot of people want to be puritanical, you know, is what I would call it, like humanist, and I agree with that. Like, we need to remain human as much as possible, you know, because people are scared that we're going to lose our emotions, turn into Borg, or become machines, and I get that, and that's it's a justified fear, you know, no doubt. But we also have to take into account the advancements of technology to emulate those things and also enhance those things, and it could make us more human than we've ever experienced, and it could be our natural progression for evolution. Who knows, you know? So it's a big thing. A lot of words there. A lot of words. Boom, boom, boom.
A lot of words.
Piece of work, that one.
A piece of work, that one. I mean, we all are already transhumanistic, so that's just the truth. Welcome to it.
I mean, Elon even said that. He's like,
Cyborg. Sometimes I really don't understand you, V.
Like, just the act of using your phone, essentially Google any type of...
Get backed into a corner. You do what nature
the
taught
potential
you.
of
Survive.
transhumanism, just for the fact
Killing
of...
in cold blood.
At no other time in history...
Did you just look something up?
Access. Yeah.
Wait,
like, the knowledge that we have access to, fucking 200 years ago, you would have fucking best colleges in the fucking world.
You're breaking up pretty bad right now. I can't.
Yeah, I can't hear a damn thing he's saying.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
That's why.
Yep.
No. Come on. Don't do your...
I mean, truthfully, I wouldn't mind a little invasion from another life. So humans can get the fuck out of the fact of they're the only goddamn being in the universe type aspect.
Exist. My only problem with the whole thing that they came out and said alien exist is that they said non-biological.
Oh my god, I just killed myself.
Good job.
That's my only issue, is that they said non-biological. Can mean one of two things. Either they're interdimensional, or they're...
Mechanical could be an aspect of other life as well. Just a point of...
But to say non-biological means that they are not... They
entirely...
don't have biology.
Yeah.
So like I said, that means they're either interdimensional or they're fucking robots.
She totally blew us off.
Star Trek called it out for
You know what
having
I
we're
think?
gonna get attacked by the Borg.
She's scared stiff.
Oh my god, right?
That was that shadow thing in Venus kind of aspect I heard about. That's what brought me up to the Borg as well. Like, oh yeah, there's a dark square-like shadow and just been chilling there for like 17 years. Yeah, okay.
Oh well, then we're fucked because we're definitely not where.
Oh hell no! That's probably why there's a shit fuck inside of orbit. Like, if any other type of, we're getting watched by a very smart race, and if anything happens, like another alien race comes over trying to invade us, that's instantly gonna fucking tell them. Like, I don't know. It's an aspect of my imagination. Don't worry about it.
Whoa, this gun...
It's a very scary place.
When you shoot it, takes your health down? Bro.
Bleed?
Death and taxes.
Yeah. That's such
It's probably
bullshit.
from critical hits, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I just shot it. Just like
use
nothing.
your health as ammo?
Do me good too, actually.
No. It just hurts you. It's a cool gun, though.
Hold on, I'm gonna restart.
Yeah, you, a deck chair, and a Mai Tai with a cocktail umbrella.
Let's go, girl.
Somehow I don't see it.
No, me and a deck
I think I'm gonna play some Starfield tomorrow.
Something I avoid
Nice.
right now.
Yeah, I made a decent Class A ship.
I haven't
I
made
think I have
any
around
ships yet.
12 to 13,000 cargo on it.
Nice.
Wait,
I've been using it to try to make some money.
You're over there doing shipbuilding on Starfield.
Don't have an ounce of sympathy.
No,
for that
I'm playing Farming
motherfucker.
Simulator.
so
But that's
we going
different
there?
stuff.
Damn straight. Let's end them.
We'll take the elevator. Quickest way. Maintenance level.
No, I was talking about Starfield, but the Class A ship. that I made.
Yeah.
What's worse than a corpo? A wannabe corpo bitch.
You mean Maiko?
Piece of work, that one. But I'll give her credit. She's dead on about your chances of pulling this off.
I think I need a new fucking headset.
I think you both do.
Am I bad too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're not as
I
bad.
figured as much.
Thought I'd feel more. Be satisfied. Punch the ground floor to get out of this place.
I really need to solder that thing back together.
Almost felt like the world would be a better place once you died. And the feeling?
Brought to you by Disney and Pixar. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Do you think that might have been a fucking Easter egg to reference Skyrim?
Anyway.
When you meet Johnny in the
Never even know they were in danger.
like brain situation, he goes, "And you, who are you?"
Guess that's that.
Because that's like the beginning line for Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Yelling comes easy.
To have that fucking Quest 2 VR headset thing, I've been thinking about getting the Skyrim for it. They have an updated version for the whole game, even the survival aspect, so you have to eat and drink and sleep and shit. And it's all in VR. There's already fucking streamers in Tokyo doing full immersion into the game.
Oh, funny. Cyberpunk actually shows your
100K
character's
type
feet,
shit, it's pretty cool.
and
Feeling to a sense of
Starfield
justice
doesn't.
wasn't big enough.
I would definitely. If I had an
So,
omnidirectional
what now?
treadmill, I'd have it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'd wake up in the morning and go take a stroll in fucking Skyrim. See
Talk
what
to the
happens.
dolls. I'll call you when I've
I
got
might do that on Death
I would
Stranding,
totally get the
honestly.
Oasis thing.
And thanks.
Death Stranding is the game I would play for that. Death Stranding was actually really good. Super underrated.
Did Brandon mute himself?
No, I'm here. I'm talking. Oh shit, I did mute myself. My bad. I was saying that Death Stranding is probably the best game for that treadmill.
Oh god, no.
That game is super underrated.
Yeah, but I've heard it's basically walking simulator.
It's not though. That's just what people say, and it's not.
I mean, they say that fucking Starfield is just fast travel simulator. Which they're not wrong, but I don't think they're really right either.
There's a
think they
lot of
just
walking in the game, and there's a
choose
lot to it,
that-
but it's like It's not a walking simulator though. Like, there's so much more to that game. It's a Kojima game, dude. Like, it's not just a walking simulator, trust me. Kojima is an absolute genius. He's my favorite game creator of all times. Where's my fucking motorcycle? Alright, time to do some side quest. Let's go do that one. Let's do this. That was a good conversation about transhumanism, I think. Another thing I'd say is that human ingenuity and innovation is never going to stop. You know? And that innovation will always come with the goal to enhance the human, to progress the human body, physiology, psychology, biology, any of all that shit. Let's go.
Take this, you corporal bastard! Fuck you looking at? Nothing to see here. Move along.
What's going on here?
This your first day in Night City?
Damn.
What's it fucking look like?
Fucking corrupt cops.
Get out of here, pissant.
A little help here!
Shotgun on, seal the deal.
Help! God damn it!
I like this gun. Death and taxes. Fucking bitches.
Fucking bitches.
Rise and shine, corpo swine.
You're alive. You can tell everybody else not to fuck around with people.
Shit. Well, if it wasn't for you, I'd be... Well, thank you. Were you sent by the company?
Fuck no.
Wrong answer.
Then, hold on. What do you want from me?
The truth. What do they want from you?
I have no idea. They said something about some slut and a virtue. But when I asked what I had to do with it, they started beating on me so hard, I thought I'd die. This city's really going down the drain.
Makes sense.
For the police to do this in plain sight for no
Yeah,
reason.
welcome to the real world of order followers.
Go on. Get out of here.
Are you talking to someone in chat?
No.
Just like that. For nothing in return.
I'm talking to the guy in the game.
I don't believe you. You saved me just like that because you felt like it?
Don't measure others by your own yardstick, prick.
Prick. Yeah. Yeah, prick. Alright, let's find another job close by. Whoa, motorcycle.
Well.
High Priestess.
You find an egg?
What?
So did you find an egg?
Found a tarot card.
Oh.
It's super cool that they have the tarot cards in.
My audio's all fucking choppy for some reason.
Weird. That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Ooh. I forgot you got a stash on your bike.
You have a stash in your car, too.
Yeah, that's helpful. We gotta go call this girl here shortly.
Say what?
I gotta call this lady friend of mine here shortly. Oh my god. What a dick. I like the side quests in this game. They're actually good. Not every single one of them, but they're decent side quests. I don't feel.
I will say this actually. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
To say I don't feel like they're these cheap like fetch quests. There's like always something kind of interesting going on, you know.
Right. Plus the random shit you find that isn't like gigs and shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just find random shit to do on the side. But This actually is a good part of the whole transhuman talk, is about Johnny Silverhand affecting your actions. Like when are you not you?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
how do you know that he's not influencing your choices? Even as the player, how do you know Johnny isn't already in?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I can't hear you right now, but
No, my fucking I need to restart my shit, but I need to get through all this bullshit.
I feel you. Oh, I found Skippy.
Did you?
Yep.
So from what I understand, the skipping mission's been fixed because that gun's actually extremely good for a smart weapon.
What the hell are you?
So you can actually get it back. But from what I understand, it's without the little AI though.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of cool. You can at least get the gun back.
Guy by the dumpster. That your owner?
Well, it's because it's a really good gun. A lot said about it. The only problem is that if you didn't take the gun, you would have the AI scream bad user at you every time you fucking use the gun.
Right.
Suggested solution. None.
Bad user, bad user.
I'll take you. Processing request. No objections found. Still got all your functions? Running system diagnostics. Testing will take approximately 47 seconds. Bum, bum, be-dum, bum, bum. What are you doing? I'm making the wait more pleasant with a soothing melody. Bum, bum, be-dum, bum, bum, be-dum, bum.
Bum dee dum bum dee dum bum dee dum.
Is running correctly. All right, so what can you do besides talk my ear off? Primary feature. Automated
Yeah, I do love Skippy from all that shit because he gets fucking wild when you're killing people.
Yeah.
First mode, puppy loving pacifist.
It's fucking
Puppy loving pacifist.
crazier than this one movie.
Stone cold killer.
What?
Aim exclusively at
His first mode is puppy loving pacifist.
Stone cold
Yeah,
killer.
after what, 40
My
kills,
kinda
he
gun.
reverts to the opposite of whatever you chose.
Bum, bum, be-dum, bum,
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Which with the pacifist thing, it's fucking difficult.
Mode. Stone cold killer.
I didn't think it was going to be that difficult. The pain fucking ass.
Error. Premature discharge. I'm sorry. This never happens.
Error. Premature discharge. I'm sorry, this never happens. Oops.
Haywood's a rough place for biz, huh? It's gotta be tough, keeping it all in check.
Not really. All you can get here is enough respect to keep the wolves from eating you alive.
This is your turf. You must have something under control.
Just got the most wolves afraid of me.
Talk later.
Vaya con Dios.
Yes? Can I help you?
How's it going? Hey, you got any special offers?
Depends. You want to cremate somebody? Or make a purchase for yourself?
Don't you think it's a little too soon for me?
Always better to be insured. If you pay now, you can get a 50% discount with our latest cremation salvation package.
Come on now, that's just too good to be true.
But it is true. The details are in our complimentary information booklet.
I'm a member of the Grayer family. I'd like to see the body.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Access to the morgue is employee restricted.
Blue Moon, Red Menace, Purple Force, it's us crowds. After making waves in Tokyo, Sydney, and Paris, their next stop is on your Next city, expect the unexpected.
I'm gonna miss you, Daddy. I already do.
How the fuck do I get in there? There has to be a way to get in.
Listening's a scare, you know.
What the hell is it now?
Provocation. I'ma tear you to shreds, stop sucker.
That's it! Fucking city!
Die! Are you happy with the autonomous shooting function? Please jump on the turn.
Skippy, you are the shit.
New magazine detected. Message to user. Thanks, Chief.
Eso te pasa por meterte con los chinos.
Oh fuck, I died. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it quits there anyways. I gotta make a phone call.
We'll catch you later, buddy.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I'll be on. Probably playing Cyberpunk. We'll see. Have a good night, brother.
Good.
Later.